Welcome, everyone. People have been steeping herbs for literally thousands of years, but today's explainer, it's basically a masterclass in perfecting that ancient craft, herbal tea basics. It's so tempting to just jump straight into creating these complex blends or buying dozens of different raw ingredients right off the bat, but honestly, taking the time to master the fundamentals is the absolute best investment you can make for a better cup of tea. Understanding these basics is going to help you choose high-quality ingredients and build some genuine confidence as you keep learning. Okay, let's dive into this. So here's our roadmap for today. First, what is herbal tea? Second, choosing quality herbs. Third, how to brew perfectly. And finally, we'll check out the Tea Teaser Club. We are taking a nice, structured, step-by-step approach here to completely remove any overwhelm from starting your herbal tea journey.
All right, section 1, what is herbal tea? To really get this, we need to start by correcting a super common misconception about where our favorite drinks actually come from.
So before we get to the really fun part, the tasting, we've got to clear something up. There's this persistent, almost universal assumption that all tea comes from the exact same plant. But actually, traditional teas, like your familiar black, green, white, and oolong teas, are strictly made from the leaves of the Camellia sinensis tea plant. Herbal teas, on the other hand, they don't come from that plant at all. No way. They are this incredibly diverse, wild mix of herbs, flowers, fruits, roots, bark, seeds, and even spices. And because they completely lack traditional tea leaves, the proper botanical term for these blends is actually a tisane. So, what's the absolute biggest perk of a tisane? Well, they are naturally caffeine-free. It's a real game changer. This makes them the ultimate all-day companion. I mean, you can enjoy the soothing floral notes of chamomile right before bed, a punchy kick of peppermint right at noon, or maybe a vibrant tart hibiscus to wake you up in the morning, all without any of those awful caffeine jitters. Moving right along to section 2, choosing quality herbs, because let's be real, a truly great cup of tea always begins with high-quality ingredients. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what to look for. When you're out there evaluating loose-leaf herbs, you've really got to engage your senses. You want vibrant color, a potent, punchy aroma, and properly dried pieces. Visual vibrancy is a direct indicator of flavor vibrancy. Fresh-looking herbs will absolutely always deliver a vastly superior, much richer experience compared to anything that's faded, dull, or, smelling a bit like an old dusty cupboard. Gross, right? But listen, buying beautiful herbs is only half the battle. How you store them is just as crucial. Your herbs basically have 3 major enemies: sunlight, heat, and moisture. So you must keep them locked away in airtight containers in a cool, dry place. Be super strict about this environment, seriously, and your herbs will reward you by staying so much fresher for so much longer. Okay, section 3, how to brew perfectly. While brewing is super simple, a few specific steps make literally all the difference in the final cup. Brewing is simple, sure, but the mechanics really do matter. First up, measure 1 to 2 teaspoons of loose herbs per 8-ounce cup. Second, pour water that has reached a full rolling boil directly over those herbs. Now pay attention, because step 3 is the absolute secret to a perfect cup. Cover your teapot or mug while it steeps. This traps the steam, ensuring all those delicate, volatile essential oils actually stay in your drink instead of just evaporating into the room. Let it steep for 5 to 15 minutes, depending on how strong you like it, then just strain and enjoy. And for our iced beverage lovers out there, here is a golden rule. Literally, nobody likes sad, watery iced tea. Always, always brew your tea a little stronger, maybe even double strength, before pouring it over ice. The melting ice is obviously going to dilute the liquid, so starting with a highly concentrated brew guarantees a bold, super refreshing flavor even when it's freezing cold. Finally, section 4, the Tea Teaser Club, because learning is a lifelong adventure, and you definitely don't need to know everything on day 1. We've covered a whole lot of ground today, but don't worry. If the sheer volume of herbs out there feels a bit overwhelming, just let someone else curate it for you. The Tea Teaser Club delivers handcrafted, loose-leaf samples right to your front door every single month. You get to explore seasonal flavors, completely unique blends, and get targeted brewing tips, all without the heavy commitment of buying full-size bags right off the bat. This entire initiative actually comes from Sean, the founder of Simply Herbal Tea. Her mission is just beautifully simple: to make learning about herbal tea easy, enjoyable, and totally accessible, 1 cup at a time. The Tea Teaser Club perfectly embodies this stress-free philosophy, letting you build confidence and really expand your palate at your own pace. Remember, every single experienced enthusiast out there started with the exact same basics we covered today.
you now have a rock-solid foundation. So as you go forth to confidently brew your caffeine-free blends, I'll leave you with this to ponder. What will be your next favorite cup? The beauty of this whole journey is that it might literally be waiting in your very first box. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy brewing!